Alright, so both of you, I don't think Ritika is joining us today. So let's continue. Let's talk about the cash book. First of all, we'll start with the meaning of the cash book. I'm sure all of you are able to recall the meaning of the cash book. At the time of covering the chapter, we have also covered the meaning, wherein I've explained that cash book is basically financial journal wherein we record the cash related transaction. The cash book can be defined as the financial journal which contains the all cash receipts and the disbursement, that is payment. So all the payment and receipts with respect to cash are recorded at one place, which is called the cash book. Okay. Now in this chapter, we have to cover two types of cash book. There are two types of cash book. Firstly, it is single column cash book, also known as simple cash book. Then we have the double column cash book or the two column cash book. All right. Now, if we talk about the single column cash book is a cash book wherein cash related transactions are only recorded. But on the other hand, double column cash book record the transaction in relation to the cash as well as bank. So both the transactions are recorded at one single place with the double column cash book, bank related transaction as well as cash. See, eventually, bank related transaction also affect the cash balance, availability of cash. Therefore, the it record the double column cash book record the bank as well as cash balance. Just a minute, please. Okay. Now, if we talk about the single column cash book, this is how we prepare the single column cash book. You can see there are so many columns. Firstly, this table can be basically divided into two parts, the debit aspect and the credit aspect of the cash book. This side, this is called the left side of the cash book, also known as the debit side, and this is the right side of the cash book, including the date, particular column for the ledger folio and amount. And similarly, on the left side, we have the date, particular, ledger folio, and amount. So the entire cash book is divided into two sections. Now, all the cash related inflows are recorded on the debit side of the cash book. That means all transaction which will cause increase in the availability of cash will be recorded on the debit side, whereas all the transaction which lead to the outflow of cash or causes reduction in the availability of cash will be recorded on the right side, that is on the credit side of the single column cash book. So precisely speaking, we can say all the inflows are recorded on the debit side, all the outflows of cash are recorded on the credit side. Okay. Now this is enough to understand the meaning of the single column cash book. I think from this point onward, we can just directly start with the question. So here we go, talking about the first question. Like, this is the question on the basis of which we need to prepare the single column cash book. So I'll be solving this question for you, and I'll give you the other question to try on your own. But before going forward with the solution, I just want you to take the screenshot of this question quickly. Everyone, please take the screenshot of the question number one. And I'm going to solve this question for you. And then I'll give you another question to try on your own. Once you understand how do we prepare the single column cash book, I think it will be easier for you to attempt all other remaining questions of the chapter based on the single column cash book. Just tell me if you're done with the screenshot. One.
Yes, sir. Done.
All right, then so let's continue. You can refer back to the screenshot taken for looking at the for the purpose of question. So in order to prepare the single column cash book, the first thing that we will be required to do is to prepare the format of the single column cash book. All right. So first column will be for the just a second. All right. Date of transaction, particulars, then ledger folio, and the amount or the amount of cash. Then again, date, particulars, ledger folio, and cash. All right. Now, see the first item. When the question is, it says commenced business with cash of 25,000. So if someone is commencing business with a cash of 25,000, right? So this is going to increase the overall availability of cash, right? Cash will increase because of this particular item. Commenced, if someone is commencing business with cash, so that means it is going to increase the overall availability of cash in the business. So this needs to be recorded on which side of the cash book? On the debit side. So on first of on the okay, the date is not given properly. So on first day of the month, it will be written as to capital account because capital will increase, na? So it will be recorded by the name of capital 25,000. Okay. After that, it says bought goods for cash. Bought goods for cash 20,000. So if somebody purchase goods for cash, it will definitely reduce the cash, right? So that means it will lead to the outflow of cash. So therefore, this transaction needs to be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. So on third of the particular month, purchase goods. So this will be recorded as by purchase account. Okay, amount was 10,000. Then on the third, again, paid carriage. So carriage is an expense, right, everyone? Carriage is an expense. So carriage need to be recorded on the credit side as well. Why? Because this will lead to the outflow of cash. And as I told you, all the outflow of cash will be recorded on the credit side. So we'll write this as by carriage account. Amount was 200. Then it says on 4th of the month, sold goods for cash. So on 4th to sales, right? And amount was 6,000. Next item is received from Ram. Received means there is an inflow of cash, right? On N. So we'll write it as to Ram account. Amount is 1,000. All right, everyone. Moving to the next item, paid to Shiv Kumar. So payment to Shiv Kumar will lead to the outflow of cash. Therefore, it should be recorded on the credit side. So on 12 by Shiv Kumar, amount was 2,600. Okay. Then after that, on 15th, we have made a cash sale of 8,400. On 15th, we made a cash sale, so it will be recorded on the debit side as sales account. Amount is 8,400. Got it? After that, we have Purchased furniture for cash for office. Purchased furniture for cash. So that will definitely lead to the outflow of cash if you are purchasing furniture. And if it is leading to the outflow of cash, that need to be recorded on the credit side. On 18, we'll record this as by furniture account. Amount was 5,000. Okay. After that, on 20th, paid for advertisement. So on 20th, by advertisement account. Okay. And amount was 500. Then on the 20th again, purchase goods from Mahesh on credit. So if we have bought goods from Mahesh on credit, tell me whether I should record this transaction in the cash book or not. This transaction affecting the cash inflow or outflow? Is this transaction affecting the cash flow in any manner? Tell me. Tell me on which side of the cash book I should record this transaction. On 20th, we have purchased goods from Mahesh on credit, 6,000. Whether I should record this amount on the credit side or the debit side? Tell me quickly.
Sir, since it's a credit transaction, we won't record it.
Yes, this is a credit transaction, and since it is not affecting the cash flow in any manner, therefore it should not be recorded in the cash flow. Now on 24th, paid to Mahesh. We are making the payment to Mahesh on 24th, so that will lead to the outflow by Mahesh account. Okay, and amount is 4,000. Then, okay, after that, paid wages on 25th, 400 by wages account, 400. Then received for commission, 1,500. On 27th, we received commission. Commission account. Okay, 1,500. Then on 28th, withdrew for personal use. Withdrew for personal use. Tell me, drawing for personal use will cause any effect on the availability of cash or not? Yes, it will affect the availability of cash. Overall
Yes,
cash
sir.
balance will reduce. So we'll be writing this as by drawings account by 2,200. Then one last item is there, paid salary, 700. So on 31st of the month by salary account. Amount is 700. Okay. All right. So we have recorded everything. Now all we need to do is balance both the sides, and in fact, the balancing figure that will be there will be considered as the closing balance of the cash book, and it could be the debit as well as the credit balance. Let's first of all total the debit side. Totaling the debit side, we will be adding 25,000, 6,000, 1,000, 8,400, and 1,500, right? And totaling this, you should be getting 41,900. All right. And then you will subtract the credit side item. After subtracting all the credit side item out of 41,900, like 41,900, from it we will be subtracting 10,200, 2,600, 5,500, 4,000, 400, 2,200, and 700. After deducting all these items of the credit side, we'll be getting the balancing figure of 16,300. So 16,300 is the balancing figure, which will be considered as the closing balance. So it will be written as by balance CD. Okay, and after writing that, we will tally both the sides, and you should get the equal balance on both the sides. Okay, and also do one more thing. Just carry forward this balance to the next month. So on the first of the next month, this balance will be carried forward, right? So we will be writing this as to balance BD. For the next month, opening balance will be 16,300 as the closing balance of the previous year. This is it. You understand that, everyone? Is this clear? Everybody? Tell me if this is clear, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how we prepare the single column cash flow. So I did one question. I'll be giving you one or two questions to try on your own, and then we'll be moving to the next variety of the cash flow, which is the double column cash flow. But before that, I want you to try one question on your own as well. Okay, so kindly take the screenshot of question number 2. Please try attempting this question and finding out the closing balance of the cash flow quickly. Take the screenshot, everyone. Just tell me if you're done.
Done,
Anisha, Labiba, Ritika, and Zainab.
Yes, sir, done.
done,
Okay.
sir.
So kindly
Yes, sir.
prepare the cash book for this question, single column cash book. Let me know the closing balance of the cash book quickly.
Done, sir.
Sir, done.
Yeah. You got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Ritika, could you please tell me the closing balance?
Sir, it is 36,000.
Yeah, it is 36,000. You're right. Good. Well done. Anyone else have got the answer?
Yes, sir. I got the same answer.
Got the same. Zainab and Labiba, what about both of you?
I got the same answer too.
All right, good job. Okay, so fair enough. Let's do. Let me check if I can give you any other question to try. Yeah. Can you try this question, everyone? Please try this one. In this question as well, you need to prepare the single column cache book, that is simple cache book. And answer is already here. Just solve this question and let me know whether you are getting the same answer or not. I'm giving you 10 minutes to solve it.
Done, sir.
Done. Who did this? Sorry, Ritika, it was you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Manisha, Labiba, and Zainab. Tell
Sir,
me.
I'm doing the last one.
Only the last one. Okay. Labiba and Zainab. Any difficulty? Any problem you're having solving it?
No, sir, I'm still doing it.
Okay. Do it quickly because we need to cover the second type of the cash book as well, which is double column cash book. We will at least discuss a question based on that.
Yes, sir, done.
Done, and everybody is getting the same answer, no? It's 20,120.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So that means we can move to the next question. Just a second. All right. So now let's talk about the double column cash book. See, the formation of the double column cash book is almost similar to the single column cash book. The only difference this time is, apart from the amount column, we have one more column for recording the bank transaction. So one column for recording the cash related transaction and one for recording the bank related transaction on both the side of the account. All right. So on the debit side as well, we will be having a cash column and the bank column, and on the credit side as well, we will have the two columns. Okay, and everything is similar, everything is same. Like all the inflows will be recorded on the debit side and all the outflow relating to the whether it is related to the cash specifically or it is related to the bank. All such transaction will be recorded on the credit side. Okay, so how it is different from the single column cash book? In a single form, it is different from the single column cash book in a sense that it just record the bank related transaction as well apart from the cash transactions. Okay, so to understand it in a more proper way, let's discuss this question. Question number 15. It says prepare the cash book from the following transactions. Methods Advanced Technology Zone for the month of April 2017. So we have been given so many items that have so many transactions that took place in the month of April. Starting from the 1st of April, we have the opening cash balance given. Cash in hand is 14,000 and bank overdraft is given. Bank overdraft indicate the credit balance of the bank. Okay, so this is basically the opening balances on 1st of April. Cash available in the hand is 14,200 that need to be recorded on the debit side, whereas the bank overdraft will be written on the credit side as the two balance BD. So both are the opening balances. One is the opening balance for the cash and the other is the opening balance for the bank. Then wages paid, cash sale, purchase goods from Rahul, purchase furniture, cash paid to Rohit, cash sales, bank charge, interest on overdraft, and all other related transactions are given. So let's discuss this. Let me show you how do we actually prepare the double column cash book. But before that, I just want you to take the screenshot of this question as well, so that you can easily refer back to the question while I'll be solving this. Kindly take the screenshot quickly, everyone. Okay. So this is how we will be preparing it. Date, particulars, and cache column, bank column. Again, date, particulars, and cache, and bank. Okay. So the first information which is given in the question will be considered as the opening balance on 1st of April to balance BD. Cash balance is 14,000. And on the other hand, the overdraft will be written in the bank column of the credit side of the cash. So by balance BD, and that will be 13,200. So why we are writing this on the credit side? Because it's an overdraft. If it is not overdraft, and we will be recording that on the debit side, just like the cash balance. Okay. Then it says wages paid. Wages paid. So basically, if nothing is given in the question, we will presume that we must have paid it through cash. So it will be recorded on the credit side by wages account. So it was on 4th of April. $1,400. Okay. Then we have made the cash sales on April 5. So this will definitely cause increase in the availability of cash. So we will be recording that on the debit side to sales account. Amount was 17,000. Then the next transaction took place on 7th, wherein we purchased goods from Rahul for rupees 12,250 paid by check in full settlement of 12,000. Okay, so we bought the goods of 12,250, but we made the payment by way of check. That only the payment was only 12,000. So basically, there is going to be reduction in the availability of bank balance by 12,000. However, we purchased goods of 12,250, but the reduction that will happen in the bank balance will only to the extent of 12,000. So it will be recorded on the first of all on the credit side on 7th of April by purchase account, right? And 12,000 in the bank column. Got it? Is this clear, everybody? Then the next item, purchase furniture for cash. So on 9th of April, we bought furniture to buy furniture account. And it is specifically given in the question that we bought this for cash. So this is to be recorded in the cash column of credit side of the cash column in the cash book. Okay, so 10,000. Then the next item. Next is, I'm sorry, too much noise will be coming because I'm really sorry for that. Okay, anyways, moving to the next item. Cash paid to Rohit, discount received 5,000. So the total payment made to Rohit is 5,000 after getting a discount of 100. Okay. So I'm presuming that this is after the discount that Rohit has given us. 5,000 has been paid to Rohit after getting a discount of 100. So earlier we must be required to pay 5,100, but since he gave us a discount of 100 rupees, so therefore we just paid him 5,000. So this is after discount. Alright. So on 10th of April by Rohit. 5,000 in the cash column. Then one last, okay, the next transaction took place on 13th, wherein we made the cash sales of 4,500. So 13th of April to sales account again 4,500, because nothing is mentioned, so we will presume that we must have made the sales on cash basis. Then bank will charge interest on overdraft. Okay, so that will cause reduction in the bank balance by interest account. It will be 500. Okay. After that, we have deposited into bank. Now, if it says that certain amount has been deposited into bank, so we will be presuming that the cash will be deposited into bank. So this will definitely cause reduction in the cash balance as well as increase in the bank balance at the same time. So any transaction that affect the cash and bank balance at the same time, such kind of transaction are known as the contra entry. Contra entry. All right. So any transaction which affect the cash balance and the bank balance at the same time is known as the contra entry. All right. And this is how we will present such transaction in the cash flow. Pay attention, try to understand. On 18th of April, deposited into bank. So firstly, 18th of April, because cash is being deposited, so there will be reduction in the cash. So we'll write that as by bank account. There is a reduction because we are depositing the amount in the bank account. So therefore, on the credit side, we'll record bank account. We'll write bank account 7,000. And at the same time, on the debit side of the cash book, we'll write to cash account 7,000. So bank balance will increase by 7,000. All right. And because this is a contra entry, so just to indicate that it's a contra entry, we will write alphabet C to indicate that it is a contra entry. All right, everyone, is this clear? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then next item is pay telephone bill by check. So on 20th of April, by telephone bill account, and we paid it through check. So there will be reduction in the bank balance by 600. And then sold goods of 23,500 to Vikas and received check in full settlement. Deposited same day 23,000. So goods that we have sold to Vikas is valued at 23,500, but we just received 23,000. So on 26th of April to sales account, right? Because we are not selling it on credit basis, no? So we have sold it to Vikas. So we can write down the name of the customer to Vikas, and the amount was 23,000. Then on 27th of April, paid rent. 27th of April by rent account. Okay. And since nothing is given, so we'll presume that it is paid, it has been paid through cash. And drew cash for personal use. Okay. So 28 of 29 April by drawings. And we have drawn it to for personal use. Okay. And since nothing is given, so we'll presume that we must have withdrawn this amount to cash. So cash will reduce by 1,000. Then payment of salary on 30th of April by salary account. Again, nothing is given whether from where we are paying this salary. So for the sake of alright, so it will be considered that it has been paid through cash. Now, one last item on April 30 again, interest collected by the bank. So interest collected 30th of April to interest account, and amount collected by bank is 2,500. So 2,500 will be added. Done. Okay, so this is it. We have recorded all the items in the dashboard. Now all we need to do is just balance both the sides and try to figure out the closing balance. So when you do that, you will find out that after totaling it, you should be getting. Let me just do that for you. You will find out the balance on 30th of April. The closing balance will be by balance CD. On the credit side of the cash column, it will be 8,300 and 6,200 for the bank. Done. All right, now we will just total it and close this down. 32,500 on the credit side of the bank column and 35,500, 35,500, 32,500. All right, and it is preferred that if you write down the balance, it just just show the opening balance for the next month as well. It is not compulsory, but it is always preferred that you write down the opening balance for the next month as well. So on 1st of May, the opening balance will be 2. Balance BD will be there in the cash column. It will be 8,300, and in the bank column it will be positive 6,200, not overdraft this time. All right, and this is how we end this question. Done. Tell me if everyone is able to understand this.
Yes.
Is everything clear, Radhika?
Yes, sir.
All right then. So this was all about the double column cash book. I just did one question for you, and I will be sharing this PDF with you. And there are so many questions based on the double column cash book that I want you to try on your own. Okay, and if you face any difficulty solving any of these questions, do let me know in the next class. And most of the question you will find the answers as well. So it will be easier for you to basically compare your solution. Since the answer is already there, you can find out the mistakes that you commit. And if you still unable to understand anything, even after looking at the solution, then make sure you ask your doubt in the next class. All right. And if everything goes well, we will be starting a new chapter in the next class, assuming that you will be able to do the rest of the questions of this chapter. But still, if you face any difficulty solving any of these questions, please let me know in the next class. Yeah, there are certain questions that in which you should have some problem. So I'm assuming that you will be having some difficulty in some question, and in that case, in fact, I want to invest one more class on this topic, because this is one of the important topic from examination point of view, and most probably you will find a question from this topic in your exam. So this is important. We should at least give one more session to this. But if you are comfortable after solving question of the chapter, if you think you are comfortable and you are able to solve everything, then we will be starting a new chapter in the next session. All right. So yeah, this is it for today's session. Everyone, Vanisha, Labiba, Ritika, and Zainab, thanks for joining in. We'll see you in the next class with possibly next topic, or if you have doubt, we'll discuss that. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.